In the 30s, what they did is they, as you say, they took the gold and exchanged it for $20.67 per ounce.
Yeah.
And then they immediately devalued, well, not immediately, several months later, they devalued it to 69%, so that 1 ounce of gold was now worth $35. They devalued the dollar by 69%.
Actually, it was about a month and a half that they allowed it to float, and they would periodically peg it to slow down the devaluation. But for that month and a half, it was foreign governments and private business, the will of the markets and the free markets and the public deciding the devaluation. The dollar was overvalued, and the exchange rates changed. The rest of the world was, still basically had gold valued at a certain amount from the currency.
But could they do the same thing this time around too, where they say, we're going to exchange it at, let's say, $1,500 an ounce, and then they devalue the dollar and go back on a gold standard at $5,000 an ounce?
Well, if they, that's a good question. Could they? They could put $1,500 on gold today, and they would suddenly be the world's buyer of gold.
But to counteract the point that you were making about the dollar becoming worthless, they also say that they're going to go back on a gold standard, but at some high enough number to make a gold standard plausible, which would be, in my mind, $5,000 or $6,000 or $8,000 an ounce.
I did a study when I was writing the book to see what it would take to make a Bretton Woods. What is the least amount of dollars that the U.S. could cover to give? See, I think if the dollar was going into a hyperinflation or something like that, that they would have to go back onto a gold standard because all world trade would break down.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
So the ships would stop in the ocean. And so in order to give people faith in the dollar, they'd have to go back on some sort of gold standard. And I was thinking, what's the least amount of dollars that they can cover and sort of cheat gold, and still inspire confidence in the dollar. And I figured it would be a Bretton Woods type system where it was all of the dollars held by foreign central banks. And so I found out how many dollars foreign central banks were holding and divided that by the ounces of gold at the supposedly held at the Treasury, which we know
a whole nother
isn't
issue
there. But and I came up with just under $20,000 an ounce back in 2005. It was 19,800 and something.
To make it reasonably plausible to go back on a gold standard at some price.
Yeah, minimum. And if they covered all dollars, you're probably talking around $200,000 an ounce. That was just foreign central bank dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think if they offered it at $1,500 an ounce right now, they'd be able to buy some, but I think the free markets would right away figure out that something's up. There's something up with the dollar, that there's something up with gold.
Yeah.
And that would cause, if they were offering more than the free market price right now for gold, I think that would cause a rush into gold. I think they're trapped in a corner. I don't think that they can do anything that will be positive for the dollar, period.